There he is. He's like me, he's early. He's always early. I should have told him to come anyway, whatever time. I've been ready for about an hour.
It's kind of unreliable when it comes to stuff like that. There was one summer years ago I had planned on going up there in the summer in August, right? And we discussed it way back in January.
Perfect temperature for running though, eh?
Yeah, and this is going to run like, I don't need the jacket today.
I don't think so.
No.
I've got long sleeves on,
Yeah.
but I think I'll be okay. No, we better start our apps.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget the apps. Mind you, it's not really that important. It's only because we like the data. We like.
Oh, no, I like it.
You like having records.
Like in the old days, like when we would run at the Y, we always knew the distances.
Yeah.
But the odd Sunday, somebody would want to go off and try a different route, right?
Yeah.
Then we said, well, what's the distance? Well, it's about this.
Well, that's when everybody was obsessed about distance and
like
time.
some of the
and
runners,
everything.
they can know the exact distance. Like,
Yeah. Have you got your app ready?
just got to turn it on here, and that's the.
I'm thinking that we should do about 6.7. You know that little route that I sent you?
Yeah. I looked at it
Finishing
quickly.
up on San Juan. If you wanted to finish earlier or later, we could go to Tyndall and come down Tyndall. And if you really wanted to go for 8K, we could go to Laval and then cut back.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Like, are you ready?
When we're at the top of the hill, we'll see how you feel.
Yeah.
Workout started. I got my girl with me today.
Yeah. Got mine.
You got your girl. Yours doesn't speak though.
I got it turned off. Like.
Oh well, it's better that way. Otherwise, they'll be yelling at each other.
I don't have the tracking on as far as the follow the route. Like.
You always go off so fast, Rod. You're excited. Yeah. Anyway, I was running with Derek earlier on. Not today, obviously, but I can't remember the last time I ran with him. I think it was Wednesday. Anyway, very recently. And his friend, the guy he bought the phone off, he bought an iPhone 3S.
Oh, yeah.
An old phone.
That's one of the first ones. So.
Yeah, but it's pretty good. The trouble was, it's so old that the edge of the screen isn't very sensitive to touch. And what else? Oh yeah, the on-off switch doesn't work.
Oh no. Hope we didn't pay too much for it.
No. I think he paid $60.
Well, that's okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can get a new phone from 7-Eleven for like $80. Like a no-name one.
And then you have to pay as you go. Now we get a break.
Yeah.
We get the downhill all the way to the end. Have you ever been at this end of Gordon Head?
Well, remember I used to live here, remember?
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
there are places in Gordon Head now that
Yeah.
I've never been in. Morning.
So,
The Lambrick Park
might
runners.
have been, oh, that back girl might have been.
She was smiling a bit.
Yeah. Now, one of the Lambert girls, like they do 6K, the senior girls.
Yeah.
The boys do 4 for the junior boys. So one of them was in 6th place after 2K, and about 12th after the 4. Then I didn't see her finish, but she probably did though.
You see where that woman is up ahead?
Yeah.
She is just about at the highest point of this run.
Yeah.
Once we pass that crest, it's downhill all the way
Yeah.
until we have to come back on San Juan.
Yeah.
And before that, we got Gordon Head Road.
Yeah.
That's quite a steep
Oh,
up.
it is.
We might do a bit of walking there.
Yeah.
The distant red neon shivered in the heat.
This is the 27,
Right.
the bus route. If ever you came here by bus.
Yeah.
I was too high to sleep.
You know what a fixed wheel is?
Oh yeah, like a track bike, yeah.
I had a pretty nice bike with a Campagnolo. No, it was.
Yeah, Campagnolo.
It wasn't the gears that were the issue, but it was a fancy bike. Let's put it this way. Back in the 70s, and I switched the back wheel around.
Yeah.
Because one side had a set of gears, the other side had a fixed wheel.
Yeah.
Cog. Well, I switched it over and I thought, I wonder how fast I can get this thing to go. So I went up my street, turned and came down.
Yeah.
And when I got to my house, I must have been doing about 40k.
Oh, wow.
And I forgot that it was a fixed wheel.
Oh no.
And I got
Yeah.
pole vaulted off the bike.
Oh no.
Because I straightened my leg
Yeah.
as if I was coasting.
Oh, right. Yeah, and you can't coast on it.
No, so I got
Oh no.
I got twanged.
Oh, that's scary too when that happens.
Yeah, but you know, when you're 12 years old
Yeah.
or 16, even worse, you're not going to cry about it. You're not even going to go to hospital. You're going to
Yeah.
end up with some severe road rash and a bump on the head.
Yeah. And no helmet, I guess, in those days.
No. I only started wearing a helmet in the 80s.
Yeah.
If ever you watch any of my videos, you will recognize this run
Yeah.
because it is one of my favorites.
It's pretty nice in here, eh?
It's beautiful and it's quiet. It's very good for recording.
Yeah, I can remember biking and running down that road there.
Lanes.
Before those trees were
Yeah, before they,
like this.
well, they groomed it and they made this into a park.
Yeah.
Because I think before it was just overgrown.
I think so, yeah.
They cleared out all the brush like that
Yeah.
and left the bigger trees. That's probably what they did. It was
Yeah.
probably all like that.
Probably, yeah.
Like the Uvic property. Like, what's it called? Harrow Woods.
Yeah. That's nice for the kids in.
Yeah. I remember when they built that, I always used to run along the road,
Yeah.
and then they opened it up as a park. The good thing about this run is it has a bit of all kinds of surface.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
It's got trail, it's got,
Oh, we're going through here.
yeah.
It's harder when you don't know the route, too, eh?
Well,
Oh, we get.
you should know me by now, Rob.
Yeah. It's a good route.
I like trails. I'm trying to get you used to trails.
There. Oh, no.
What?
There's a road there.
Yeah.
Right up to here.
And it goes on the other side.
Yeah.
What did you see?
I thought there was a big log we had to haul over.
Yeah. All right. This was probably what it was like on the other side. Like this. And then they cleared it all. It might have been somebody's field,
Yeah, it might have been back then.
a farmer's field that grew wild. This is very good. Like this is just like Whitaker Trail on Mount Doug. But there is a turnoff you have to take just here. You know, I think it's going to rain today.
Pardon? It's going to rain?
Yeah. Maybe tonight. It looks like another one of those West Coast storms building. The nice thing about this trail is it's flat.
Yeah.
There's no hill. This estate here probably was from after you, from before your time maybe.
What happened?
This estate,
Yeah.
was this here?
I don't think it was when we first moved here.
6:34.
So what road's this?
This is, I think this is called Gordon Point Estate.
Oh yeah.
But you can take some great pictures here. You and Shannon should come here
Yeah.
with your good camera. Set yourself up on the rocks we're going to see. I took some great pictures here yesterday. I did this route walking
Yeah.
in an hour and a half,
Oh wow.
and I did the full 8K.
I think that bike I bought, the soft ride bike, it was around here. Might have been this house here.
Was it fancy house like that?
Yeah. It was back
So
in,
there was nothing old here before, maybe a farm.
yeah, this is back in how long has this been here?
Well, I don't know, maybe 10 years, maybe?
Okay.
Maybe
This would be back in
15.
2013.
Oh, okay. So they would have been here. This is much older than that.
Yeah.
This is one of the best houses. You have a look at that one.
Oh wow. That's a few million, eh?
Yeah. That's about 3 mil. And they got a fantastic view. That was one of the views I took in the video. I'm testing out my new camera.
Oh,
I've got a Lumix.
that's pretty good, eh?
Not bad. It's a Panasonic brand.
Yeah.
So it's in between the old school
Yeah.
single lens reflex and the point and shoot.
Yeah, so it's not detachable lenses, is it?
I-
Got a zoom on it, like.
Yeah,
So it's a bridge camera then. Yeah.
it's a bridge camera.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Good morning.
Hello.
All right, more trails. This is what I'm thinking. If you park there,
Right.
you could
Oh wow, look at that.
you could take a lot of good pictures here.
Yeah.
That's San Juan Island, and on a clear day, and that one over there is Mount Constitution on Orcas Island,
Oh wow.
the one behind.
So is that still Canada or that's the States?
That's the States.
It is, yeah.
Orcas is a part of Washington.
Yeah.
It's really hard to get to those islands.
Yeah.
You have to go to Vancouver first, or you have to go to Sydney and get the
Anacortes?
Anacortes. But that one's not cheap.
No.
No, but it is a car ferry, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
The other way, you have to go to Vancouver and then take the Peace Arch.
Yeah.
See, all these little trails off to the side go down to beaches.
Right, yeah.
I don't know if Shannon could take a walker down there,
I don't know, like.
but she could easily get to those rocks,
Oh yeah.
and then she could sit on the rock. I think there's even benches there. How's she doing, by the way?
Doing alright, thanks. She has her up and downs there.
Did she enjoy yesterday's game, or was it?
Oh no, she liked it.
Yeah.
But she's in a different section from where I am.
Ah,
She has to go where the walkers and wheelchairs go.
okay. Does she have friends that she sits with?
Oh yeah, Charlene.
Charlene.
And there's a few other people.
Hello. I bet you've never been here.
That's Gordon Head Road there, eh?
No, not quite. It will be at the top of the hill.
All right, yeah.
I've changed gear. I've changed gear so we can get up this hill. Running hills is like being on a bike.
Yeah.
You change gear. If it's too steep, you find a better gear. Your speed drops off, but you don't get tired.
Right.
Tell me if you have to walk, Rob.
Oh, we're good. Because the hill tops just around the corners.
A little bit further up. I normally start walking at the no exit.
Yeah, that's good.
You see it gets a bit steeper?
Oh yeah.
But if we wanted to stay sub 7, we could easily do it, even with the walk. Because we're ahead of the game. We're ahead of the game by about almost a minute. Whew. This is
Yeah, we're 23 now. 24 almost.
minutes.
Yeah.
That's not very much.
6:27.
Our pace,
Yeah.
you see. So we can afford to walk. If we're going to take this one as a taper run,
Yeah.
this is a taper run for you.
This next Sunday is
Half marathon. The Good Life Fitness half marathon. I might come down. I'm not sure what's happening with Joe, whether he's running it or not.
I don't think so, is he?
No, he seems to have gone dark on my Facebook page. He's not posting as much.
The other day he went on a bike ride, I think.
Ah, okay.
So
Did you have something weird happen to your Facebook yesterday?
Like what?
Like they're asking you to re-enter your password?
No?
It happened to me.
Oh.
And apparently some hackers have got into Facebook and they're trying to steal identities.
Yeah, you gotta be careful that.
Yeah, well,
Like Shannon got a message from Noelle
okay.
a while ago.
And it wasn't from her.
No.
It was somebody
Saying I
pretending.
need to borrow some money bucks and you pay it in iTunes gift cards. So then you know it's
Fake. It's a scam.
because I went down there and they said no, that's not her account. Her account has this profile picture.
Yeah. Well, I noticed a lot of people, they suddenly started opening up a new Facebook page, like as if the old one failed them.
Right.
Maybe they got spammed on the old one.
So some people do that when they clear out friend lists, like.
Yeah. But you can unfriend somebody,
Yeah,
and then if you choose to friend them again,
yeah,
it's just easy. They don't even need to know. Otherwise they might think, huh, the guy unfriended me. What did I do wrong?
yeah.
You know, and then you get into a big argument. It's better just to shut it off
Yeah,
and then let it cool for a while.
yeah. If you unfriend someone, they can still see your profile and still message you.
If they want to.
Yeah. But if you don't want any contact with them at all,
Yeah.
you block them.
Oh, well, that's different.
Because then they can't see you at all.
All right. What do we do? Do we wait or do we go to the crosswalk? I think we're safe to cross. Oh, maybe not. Back to my old ways again.
Yeah. So there's no cars coming.
Well, yeah, the common sense has to be, your decision has to be based on common sense. But instead of expecting the cars to stop, I now ask them to stop.
Yeah.
Unless there's no cars, in which case I cross anyway.
I didn't see it happen, just the aftermath. But somebody got hit in front of my condo the other day, crossing the street. Like, I guess they walked out and didn't see the car.
You know, it's a bad spot there.
Yeah,
It's the top of a hill, like
yeah,
Ash and Torquay.
yeah,
They're always complaining about that crosswalk, but now you're going to make it 30k. If you're on Ash,
yeah,
it's 30k maximum. Because at the very top of the hill, where we crossed,
yeah,
there's a bus stop as well. And a lot of people are on the other sidewalk and they go across diagonally
Yeah.
to get to the bus stop.
Yeah.
And that's when the accidents happen.
Yeah, there's more traffic now than there was,
Yeah.
say, 20 years ago.
And they're coming uphill. If it's in the morning,
Yeah.
they're facing exactly into the sun.
Yeah.
And you know how hard that can be.
Yeah.
You get the sun in your eyes and you can't see anything. This is a favorite route for bikes.
Yeah, I used to bike along here quite a bit.
Yeah. Hi.
So,
It's just swoopy enough
yeah.
for you to push the hills and then swoop down the other side.
Years ago, I was in about this position, and if you look at a bus, oh, she was on a bike.
Was she killed?
No. She got up and was walking around.
Yeah.
But the ambulance still came.
Yeah. Some of those hardcore bikers are more worried about their bike.
Oh, yeah, they're $5,000 bikes, like
Yeah.
10,000.
They would sooner have their arm in a sling than their bike in the shop.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times they can't fix them.
So try the carbon fiber ones you can.
Nope. Just have to get another one. All right, so you know how far we have to go.
Yeah, San Juan's is there in it.
The crosswalk, where that cyclist is. The two cyclists.
There's a crosswalk there now.
Yep, there is. And this is where the cyclists pick up some speed, coming down here.
Yeah.
Whew.
You know that guy?
I guess so.
He said something.
He did. He might have said, "Hey, Jackal!"
Yeah, somebody's talking about that.
It looks as if we might be able to make it to that sign, the yellow and black sign. Change gear. You're going to have to call me Coach Carlos.
Coach Carlos, yeah, cool.
I like having people to train.
Yeah,
It gives me a reason to run. Not that I really need a reason. But having people like Derek,
yeah, he's good.
it means that I have that commitment once a week to run with Derek, once a week to run with you.
How did the job work out for him?
Look at that house.
Oh, wow.
That's brand new. The job worked out okay for him.
Oh,
They've got him in the back kitchen. You know what that is?
he's doing stuff out back, like?
Yeah, he's doing fridge, dishwasher, veg prep. You know, you can guess.
Yeah,
He might work the fryer, but he said, I asked him about the fryer. He said, no, that's up front.
yeah,
They have a fryer at the front
yeah,
for the fish and for the chips,
yeah.
and everything else comes out of the back.
Yeah, see, that's good, like,
So if they wanted spaghetti,
yeah,
or if they wanted a hot dog
yeah,
and fries,
yeah,
they would ask Derek, hot dog,
yeah.
spaghetti,
Yeah, chef, right away.
and he might actually just zap it in the microwave,
Yeah,
especially if it was a spaghetti.
yeah,
That's easy to do. I worked in a tennis club in Montreal once, and the guy who ran the food was an Italian man, and he had these very special rules about how to prepare pasta.
yeah,
And he was like the maitre d'. And he came into the kitchen and grabbed the frying pan and said, "This is how you do it."
oh, no.
Yeah, I thought, uh-oh, this isn't going to go well. But, you know, in the end, he showed me the way he wanted it done.
Yeah,
And I said, okay, I could do that.
yeah,
I just agreed with him.
yeah. That's how you always agree with the chef, like,
You can't disagree.
no,
Otherwise, they could make your life hell.
like, even if you think he's wrong, it's still, yes, chef.
Yes,
No
chef.
problem.
Yeah.
away.
Otherwise, he can make your life really bad.
Yeah,
if he starts dumping on you, he might say, go clean out the washrooms. Ugh. Then you have to say, well, actually, chef, I don't
That's what I'd rather do anyway, so that's what for you.
No, you just say, I wasn't trained to clean out washrooms.
Yeah.
I was trained as a chef. I heard you talking about going back to school.
That was all a joke.
Was it?
If people didn't read it,
Oh,
it said, since I'm single and live on my own,
okay.
I was thinking about getting my bachelor's degree, about being a bachelor.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought you meant that you were going to take a cooking course.
When I said Rob was saying silly at home.
Oh.
So,
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
yeah. But nobody got it.
Nope. I would have gone in with you.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go to Camosun, there might be some course that we could do
Yeah.
that they would sponsor us. And I could get my EI. Actually, no, that might mess up my pension.
It might.
Yeah. If you're on a pension, you're better off staying
Yeah, you
on a
can make
pension.
so much, but
Hi. Derek did about 3 or 4 shifts last week. He did a couple on the first week, and I said, have you been paid yet? He said, yeah, I got about 105
yeah.
plus $30 in tips.
Oh, wow.
So they obviously include the kitchen
Yeah.
in the tips. So that's pretty good. That might have been a little bit higher than his actual tips. He might have been exaggerating a bit.
Average pace 6 minutes 47 seconds.
Those are a couple of electric bikes.
Average pace 6 minutes 47 seconds.
At least in Sunday's half marathon, there's the water stops and stuff too. Eh?
What do you mean?
But there's water stops every 3 or 4K. You can go through.
It's weird because I was thinking about other things
Yeah.
when we drifted apart there,
Yeah.
and you immediately started thinking about half marathon.
Yeah. You get water, so
But it will make it easy to edit
yeah.
because there'll be a big section in the middle where we didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I'll just take that out. Listen, do you want a coffee now?
Oh, I'm okay. I had coffee before I left
Okay.
the house.
Because we're going to run right past
No, that's okay.
Township Coffee. Have you ever been in there?
I don't think I ever have.
Well, let me recommend it. It's probably accessible, but Shannon wouldn't have any trouble stepping into a store.
No, as long as there's no steps at all.
No, it might be just stepping over the doorway.
Yeah.
Whenever I see lime green like that, I always think of Joseph.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he has a top just like that. So this is the famous Sierra Park
Oh,
that nobody in Victoria, unless they live here,
yeah.
has ever heard of. Hello.
It's here with an S this time.
Sierra as in Spain.
Yeah.
Sierra Nevada. My son's off to Montreal in
Oh, wow.
a few days.
For work or
No, for a gaming tournament.
what game?
Magic.
Pardon me?
Magic.
Oh, Magic.
You've heard about it?
No.
It's called Magic the Gathering. All right, this is one place I will press the button because
Oh, yes.
there's a lot going on here.
See, in the old days, there wasn't even a light there.
Hello.
And this was off bushes. There's a dirt trail.
Yeah, but it's got one of the best views of Mount Doug.
Yeah.
If you did come with Shannon, you know, with the camera, you could always stop off there
Yeah.
You know, I forgot to check if it had a sill.
No, it was flat.
It was flat?
Yeah, look, yeah, it was totally
Good for
flat.
you. So she could wheel in there.
Yeah,
That's great. And if the weather's nice, she could sit outside.
yeah.
Does she like her coffee?
Oh yeah.
What does she normally drink?
When she goes to McDonald's, she'll get a large coffee, like
But where does she get that?
McDonald's. Like,
Yeah, but does she drink Starbucks?
I don't think so.
No. What about Tim's?
Tim, oh yeah, she does that.
She likes Tim's. Does she have a double-double?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't go there that often with her. She usually goes with her workers, like.
Yeah, and then if you went with her somewhere, you'd probably end up going to McDonald's.
Yeah, or if I went to the Tim Hortons, I'd get one of those like ice ones.
An ice cap?
Yeah, but I'm not really a coffee drinker.
Well, those ice caps are more like a dessert.
Yeah,
They give you a spoon with it, I believe.
that's right.
You see, that's the view.
Yeah, that's,
If it wasn't for that stupid no parking sign, it would be a perfect view.
yeah,
But you could crop it
yeah,
from here with a tripod
yeah,
and your best lens.
yeah.
You could crop that and you could see a bird at the top.
Yeah, that's neat.
You'd be able to zoom in. But if you tried to hand hold it,
No,
it would be all fuzzy.
it's harder, like,
The better the camera, the less you can move it.
yeah,
With an iPhone, you could do that and take a good picture.
yeah.
But with a good
It's
camera,
not moving, like, yeah,
yeah, mind you could take a good effect. If you had a slow exposure, you could
Yeah.
take a picture of that road as a car was going by,
yeah.
and you would see a streak.
That's neat if you do it at nighttime.
Yeah, because
see
you get
red
the
and-
tail lights. You get the tail lights, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder where we are.
That's San Juan, or Torquay, Torquay Drive.
I'm just kidding.
Right.
Well, it's been a good run.
It was, yeah.
For 7K, I'm guessing 7. Maybe 6.7.
Yeah.
Hello. We're having a municipal election here in Saanich.
Right. So you gotta get a new mayor and all that too, eh?
Yep, that's the one. A whole mayor and a whole new council.
Victoria, and it's my mom. Gonna be-
I'm guessing it was 640 pace. Zone 4. And we didn't stop to take a single picture. Isn't that a shame? Anyway,
646.
yeah, I get something similar. 44 minutes.
Hang on. Yeah, 44:15.
Yep, I got something very similar. So I'm going to save that. Okay. And you're going to post your one as usual. You're always early on that one too. You and I are a lot alike, you know, Rob.
It's only, yeah,
You like getting
46.
things done.
But then you don't forget, and it's done fresh, like.
And you don't, what the reason I didn't save mine was because all it had was just the address where we started.
Yeah,
So I'm going to edit that out and put
Yeah.
in Saturday Run with Rob.
yeah. It's so neat how it shows the map too, eh?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I love
It
it.
looks longer than it actually is, but
It's a big square.
it's, yeah,
How many kilometers?
6.46.
You see, I was pretty
Yeah,
close.
it's good, yeah. And you know when the thing is. So I probably won't run next Saturday because the race is Sunday, eh?
Yeah, and I might come down to see you. What time
Yeah.
does the half marathon start?
I'd have to send you an email, but I think it's 8:30 the marathon, half marathon together.
Yeah, because it'd be an ideal opportunity for me to talk with some of my running buddies.
Yeah, you're gonna see lots down there.
On Sunday, I could record my show down there.
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
Yeah, I've done that before.
yeah.
The only thing I don't like is the crowds.
You don't like the crowds?
No, if I had any phobia, it's crowds. If I see a crowd, I'll go the other way.
Well, I never thought I was like that, but I was sort of when we went to the hockey game in Ottawa years ago.
You didn't like
I
the
couldn't figure out
crowds?
why the other coach didn't want to go. I said, I don't like
Crowds.
the big crowds. Like Rob, when you get back from the game, like,
Yeah.
I said, Sheldon, I see what you're right, 20,000 people in a condensed area. Like, it's pretty scary. Like,
Yeah, and the other
In a
thing is
hockey
you
arena.
get too excited by
yeah,
the crowd, and sometimes that's not a good thing. It's better to stand back a little bit
yeah,
from
yeah.
a distance. Anyway,
Especially a crowd like that. Like.
yeah. Well, so next week I might come down to the marathon to see you run the half. I might come in near the end,
Yeah,
so I'll guesstimate when you're going to finish, and I'll be around the end.
yeah, I can.
I
Well,
could-
it won't be under 2 hours. So you
No,
know
I don't
that,
think
like,
so. I'm guessing 2:35
Yeah,
with your brother.
if he comes, like, yeah.
And if he doesn't come, you might find somebody to chat with.
Yeah, I think it would be faster if he didn't come because last year we made a pact that we will stick together no matter what.
Yeah.
And we were 3 hours, like,
Yeah,
we had
so-
to wait for him down by the boneyard on that Dallas Road.
If he doesn't show up, you probably do a better time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, we'll know. Okay, thanks.
I'll see you maybe at the finish there.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Bye-bye.